Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping right into digital trends. The things really changing how we live, how we work, definitely how we have fun.
Absolutely. And our starting point is this great conversation we found between two people, Alex and Emma. They were really digging into what's new, what's actually making waves out there.
Right. And our mission here really is to pull out the key stuff from their chat, make sense of it all.
Exactly. Because look, staying on top of all these digital shifts, it can feel, well, overwhelming, frankly. So think of this as your quick guide, your way to get up to speed on the main things they covered. No jargon, just the interesting bits.
Okay, let's get into it. First topic up, and Emma mentioned this pretty much straight away. AI, artificial intelligence. You see that it feels like it's just everywhere.
Yeah, and she's spot on, isn't she? It's kind of woven into so much now, often in ways we barely register consciously.
Like what sort of things?
Well, think about your phone keyboard suggesting the next word. That's AI learning how you talk. Or streaming apps. They know what you like, what movie to suggest next. That's AI too.
Ah, right. Alex had that line, didn't he? Creepy, but also super cool.
Exactly. That sums it up perfectly for a lot of people. That slight unease mixed with genuine usefulness.
And Emma made the point about virtual assistants, right? Siri, Alexa, they do make some everyday stuff easier.
Totally. Just asking for a song or setting a timer, it's a convenience we sort of take for granted now, but it wasn't long ago that felt like pure sci-fi.
Yeah,
And it goes way beyond just, personal gadgets. Businesses are using AI in some really heavy-duty ways.
that's true.
Well, analyzing huge amounts of data, spotting trends maybe humans would miss, even in medicine, like helping doctors diagnose things from scans, spotting tiny details. The potential is just enormous across different fields.
Right. And then Alex brought up the big one, self-driving cars.
Oh.
Still feels pretty futuristic, letting the tech handle the commute.
It really does. And the AI behind that is incredibly complex, processing all that sensor data, making split-second decisions. It's mind-boggling, really.
But Emma was a bit funny about it, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Worried about squirrels or something.
Yeah, her skepticism about trusting it completely. What if it sees a squirrel? It highlights that human side, doesn't it? Actually handing over control. That's a big mental leap for people, trusting the algorithm.
Definitely a trust thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Another term buzzing around, the metaverse. Emma seemed to think this could be the next big thing after social media.
Yeah, she framed it as a potential evolution, like a more embodied internet, a virtual world.
So what does that actually mean? Like, practically?
Well, the basic idea is this 3D online space. You have an avatar, like a digital version of you, and you can hang out, work, go to virtual concerts, that kind of thing, usually using VR headsets, but also maybe just on your computer.
Right. Alex's reaction was pretty good. Kind of like a video game, but...
Huh, yeah, that captures it well. It feels familiar in some ways because of games, but the aim is broader. It's supposed to be for socializing, working, commerce,
Yeah.
more integrated into daily life.
And companies are actually putting serious money into this.
Oh, huge amounts. Big tech companies are investing billions. That suggests they really believe it's got legs, that it's not just a flash in the pan.
But Alex also raised that concern, didn't he? About getting lost in it, wanting to touch grass.
Yes, that's a really important counterpoint. The risk of spending too much time in virtual reality, losing touch with the physical world, finding that balance is going to be key if this thing takes off. We need both, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Need that real-world connection. Though Emma had a cool idea for it, virtual travel.
Right. Imagine visiting Paris or walking along the Great Wall of China, all from your living room.
That does sound appealing, especially if you can't physically travel.
Exactly. It could open up experiences, make things more accessible, learning about places in a really interactive way, maybe without the cost or hassle of actually going. Could be amazing for education, too.
Okay, interesting. Let's move on. They also talked about short-form video, which Emma said is just massive now. TikTok, Instagram, Reels.
Oh, totally dominant. It's everywhere. And Alex nailed why it's so sticky, didn't he?
Yeah, he said it's addictive. The quick hits, direct content, suits shorter attention spans, maybe.
I think that's a big part of it. In this super fast world, getting information or entertainment in like 30 seconds. It's powerful. It cuts through the noise.
And Alex mentioned the creativity, too. Some of them are like tiny little movies.
Yeah, some creators are incredibly skilled, telling a whole story or making a point really fast. It's a real art form in itself.
And Emma pointed out businesses are jumping on this.
Definitely. It's become a major marketing tool. She gave that example of a local cafe using a TikTok dance to get customers in. It shows how these platforms are changing how businesses reach people, build their brand. It's direct. It can be fun.
It's a whole different way of advertising. But Alex asked that important question. Is it too much? Are we just spending all our time scrolling these short clips?
That's the flip side, isn't it? The potential downside. Ease of access is great, but does it crowd out other things? Does it affect our ability to focus for longer periods? These are big questions.
And Emma mentioned digital detox in response to that, right? People actively trying to step away.
Yeah, that reflects this growing awareness, I think. People realizing they might need to consciously disconnect sometimes, manage their screen time, put the phone down, you know.
Yeah. Which kind of leads us into the next big shift they discussed. Remote work.
Right. Emma pointed out, and it's obvious, I guess, that the pandemic just massively accelerated this. Tools like Zoom and Slack suddenly became essential.
They really did. Changed everything overnight, almost.
And it's fundamentally shifted how we think about the office, hasn't it? That central hub isn't always the default anymore. The flexibility is a huge plus for many people. Better work-life balance, maybe?
For sure. But Alex also mentioned the downsides, missing the office vibe. Those water cooler moments.
Yeah, that's real too. You can feel isolated. You miss those spontaneous chats that sometimes spark ideas. It's harder to build that team feeling, maybe?
And Alex had that funny story about his cat on video calls.
Huh. Yes. That perfectly captures the reality, doesn't it? Blending home life and work life. Sometimes it gets a bit chaotic. Pets, kids, doorbells.
We've all been there.
Exactly. But Emma then broadened it out, connecting remote work to digital nomads.
Ah, yeah, the people working from anywhere.
Right. Using tech to work while traveling the world. It's this whole lifestyle enabled by remote work possibilities.
And Alex had that image, didn't he? Laptop, beach, coconut drink.
The dream. That's the picture everyone has, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it is a reality for some, but Emma brought it back down to earth a bit, said you need serious discipline.
Right. It's not all cocktails on the beach.
Not always, no. You need good Wi-Fi, which isn't a given everywhere. You need backup plans. You actually have to, work. It requires structure, even if you're moving around.
Good point. Okay, so finally, they looked a bit towards the future. What else is coming? Emma sounded excited about wearable tech.
Yeah, smartwatches and things. Tracking health metrics. It's getting pretty sophisticated now, monitoring heart rate, sleep, activity, even things like blood oxygen.
That feels like a big area. People are really focused on health.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It taps into that desire for personal health insights, being proactive, and the sensors are just getting better and better, offers potential for managing health, maybe catching problems early.
And Alex was keen on 5G, faster internet.
Oh, yeah. That underpins so much, doesn't it? Faster speeds mean smoother streaming, quicker downloads, better gaming. Just a less frustrating online experience overall. No more buffering.
We could all get behind that.
Absolutely. And think about it, faster, more reliable internet makes things like the metaverse more feasible, improves video calls for remote work, lets those wearables upload data seamlessly. It's like the foundation for a lot of these other trends. They're all linked.
That's a great way to put it. Okay, so let's just quickly recap. We've covered quite a bit based on Alex and Emma's chat, AI becoming deeply integrated.
Right. Then the metaverse, this idea of immersive virtual worlds.
The dominance of short-form video, for better or worse.
The big shift to remote work and the digital nomad lifestyle that enables.
And then looking ahead, wearables getting smarter and faster internet like 5G powering it all.
Exactly. It's clear these aren't just niche things anymore. They are actively shaping how we do almost everything.
And as you said, they're interconnected. Faster speeds enable richer virtual experiences. AI makes wearables smarter. Remote work drives tool development. It's all part of this evolving digital landscape.
Precisely. It's a dynamic system, constantly shifting.
So that brings us to our final thought for today, kind of inspired by where Alex and Emma left off. We want to leave you thinking about this. Out of all these trends, AI, metaverse, short video, remote work, wearables, 5G, which one feels most significant to you?
Yeah, which one do you find most intriguing or maybe even concerning? And stepping back, what do you think the longer-term impact of all these changes might be? On our daily routines, on society, how we connect, how we work, how we live?
Something to mull over. Maybe think about which of these you might want to, well, do your own little deep dive into.